Put me on screen again. It depends on how many votes people get. And it's somewhat of a popularity contest, somewhat of kind of a pay to win. But it's all for fun. If I don't get it, it's fine. But if I do get it, then man, how cool would it be? If I do win, you can an assembly from Bill Nye the Science Guy, which sounds amazing. So we're gonna work our way to it. So yeah, cast your vote. You can cast one vote per day, and if you end up voting, you have to verify with a Facebook account. It's this whole thing. But once you vote in a day, you can't vote again for another 24 hours. It's fun. It's super fun to be in this kind of challenge. Maybe I'll get in, maybe I won't, who knows. It's just really fun. So here, I am going to open up a new tab, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Here I am. We'll go full screen. I am currently second in the group, and if you saw yesterday, this girl Elizabeth, she was first in the group, and now we are both trailing behind this other lady, Kiki Powell, and she looks like a great teacher. Actually, all of these, I was clicking on some of them, just taking a look at them, and honestly, some of these are just like awesome, priceless teachers, right? Like I would totally take an elementary school class. If she was my elementary school teacher, I would be over the moon about it, right? It would just be such a fun experience. So yeah, just really neat. And then the other lady, Elizabeth, seemed like an art teacher, I think. Yeah. Anyway, let's jump into the puzzles. Let's play. And we are looking at playing Connections. We're trying to make 4 groups of 4. We see brick, mortar, pickle, shoebox, mucho, gusto, multi, microwave. These are all over the place. Relish, beaucoup, lime, zest, Jenny, passion, molto, and fish tank. Man, oh man, these are all over the place. Okay, so I see, golly, molto means a lot, mucho means a lot, beaucoup means very much, and multi, I think, means very much. Yeah, many in different languages. Mucho, in Portuguese it's muito, muito obrigado. Beaucoup. Cool. Yeah. Hey, it helps to know more than one language. That's fun. Okay, so then let's see what else we see. Lime. Relish is green. Zest is a kind of... What are we thinking here? What does fish tank have to do with any of that? There, we'll turn up the tunes. Turn up the tunes. Yesterday we were listening to a record. I have it right here still. This is the jacket for the record. Instead of playing my usual royalty-free music, I was playing this record that I found at the thrift store a couple days ago, and it was really cool. It had a great sound to it. So let's see, shoebox. These seem so unrelated. Shoebox, microwave. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. To relish in something, or like relish on a, like relish on a hot dog, maybe. Passion, gusto, zest for life, and maybe to relish something. Yes, okay. Enthusiasm, great. Okay. I was worried about that one. Maybe we'll get these in intended order today. I feel like fish, shoebox, microwave, and brick go together, but I can't quite place why. Pickle? But Jenny, what does Jenny mean? Rick and Morty, Pickle Rick, Lime Ricky. Wait a minute. We might be onto something here. Maybe I'm making that up. Fish tank. Shoebox, microwave. And brick. Why do they seem like they go together? Just because they're rectangular. Okay, yep. Just because they're rectangles. Great. Okay, well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. And then Jenny, pickle, lime, and mortar. What do those have to do with each other? Rhymes with... Wait. Rhymes with U.S. coins. Jenny, penny. Lime, dime. Mortar, quarter. And pickle, nickel. Oh my gosh, I would not get that. I'm glad that was the last category because I would not have seen that. Hey, just real quick between... per day. You can vote every 24 hours. I tested it. It's not like 11 o'clock to like, in the morning it'll reset. No, it's like 11 a.m. to 11 a.m. it resets. And so you can vote as many times as you want per 20, or vote once per 24-hour period. Blech, that's what I'm trying to say. There is also like this pay to win, like buy votes kind of thing. Please don't do that. I would love to just sort of like have all the people that gather around me vote, and that would be super cool. So I'm running in my group against a couple of other really great teachers. One lady, Kiki, she's a elementary school teacher, and she's got big dreams for her elementary classes. And then the other one, Elizabeth, she is an art teacher. I'm an art teacher, so it's kind of fun, I teach photography, video, and TV broadcast, and I actually don't remember what she teaches specifically, but it's just kind of cool to see. It's not like a cutthroat competition kind of thing. It's it's your ability to really like have your moment shine, right? That would be cool to have that leg up like that. So don't feel like you have to do the donation. In fact, I'd rather you didn't do the donation thing. But it's a cool chance to show a little bit of appreciation beyond just being right here in YouTube and that kind of thing. So awesome. All right, let's play the mini crossword. Awesome. All right, got my fingers on home row, ready to type. Word that can follow belly of the or nature of the sounds like beast. Mr. Beast. Coffee order with a frothy top. Would that be a latte? Ann blank, Michigan. Oh, that's Arbor. Did I spell that right? Ann Arbor. Night lights, and there's a question mark. And question mark usually means like, oh, this is a gimmick answer, right? So it's like a funny answer. So night lights are maybe like street lamps, or I don't know. Let's come back to it. You might have a lot of it on your hands if you're a chef. Like orders, gloves. What do you have on your hands as a chef? A mess? I don't know. We'll come back to that one too. Really fun time. A blast. Man, we had a blast. Our world. It's the planet Earth. Held in check. Held in check. I was going to say abate. Oh, at bay. Maybe at bay. Subject of a winter weather warning. Oh gosh, a storm. And then abruptly worded. Maybe terse. All right. Nice. Okay. So we'll go back to the puzzle. Yeah, that went really well, super smoothly. Sometimes they have it so that you have spaces in between, but this one was just boom, 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 one after the other. Also, in the comments, let me know if you voted. Did you go through and vote for me? That would be cool to know. If you put in your votes, thanks for that. It's fun. On my end, I get to see who voted for me. So if that's you, thank you. I get to, kind of rough numbers. It's not actually like, oh, here's exact people or anything, but I get to see more or less how I'm fluctuating that day. Word that can follow belly of the or nature of the beast, belly of the beast. Coffee order with a frothy top. Sounds like a latte. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Let's see. Night light. Oh, duh. Night lights. Stars. Night lights. Stars. See, the one with the question mark is always like a funny gimmick answer, That's funny. Let's see. I want to learn business math. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. I love that. Business math. Let's see. You might have a lot of it on your hands if you're a chef. Time. That was a face palm. That was a face microphone right there. You might have a lot of it on your hands. You might have some time on your hands, but if you are a chef, then you have time, THYME, like rosemary, thyme, parsley, sage. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. I love that. What a play on words. Really fun time. A blast. We had a blast. Our world, Earth. Planet Earth. Held in check, at bay. And then a subject of a winter weather warning, a storm. Abruptly worded, terse. Somebody that's angry at you might be terse with you. While I'm switching over to the next game. And my class, so my school would end up getting an assembly from Bill Nye the Science Guy. He would come in, which sounds pretty freaking incredible. So vote for me if you would, and we'll jump up my numbers. We could go full 4chan on this, and then put tons of votes in. It would be greatly appreciated. It'd be pretty fun if I got to go to Hawaii and Bill Nye the Science Guy gets to go and enjoy a day at my school. That would be pretty neat. All right, we are playing the Wordle, and some of you guys know this. My strategy for the Wordle is essentially to just kind of come up with a word and deal with the consequences. I used to joke my strategy is to not have a strategy, but really it is a pretty decent strategy. I come up with a word, and then my second guess, I never get it on the second guess, because my second guess, I come up with what I call a non-intersecting word. I come up with a word that doesn't use any of those previous letters, and then probably a third one that also doesn't use any of those previous 10 letters. And then by the end of that, I've got 15 letters under my belt, and I can process of elimination, figure out what I have, what I don't have. Also, I hope you don't mind, but I am going to be hiding the chat during the Wordle. I love chatting with you guys, and I love coming up with ideas for the answers and stuff, but specifically for the Wordle, I really love to just sort of productively struggle through it myself. So let's come up with an opening move. What about oops, I am clicking the wrong button. Stale. How about stale? No help. Oh, there's an E. All right, we'll take an E. And then from that, let's come up with... How about prong? That's a good word. Oh, nice. There's an R in the second position. Super. And then I bet we could come up with one more non-intersecting word. Let's come up with like... Oh, there's a CH. Trying to come up with a word that doesn't use any of those top 10 letters there. Using only the letters we have left. Oh, there's no T. I was going to say fruit. Oh, there's an R too. I don't want to use up two guesses. That's a proper name. I can't use Buick because that's a proper name. Let's see. Could say that, but then that uses the C twice. That's not the end of the world. Maybe could I come up with something that has a U and an I? That's why I came up with Buick. I thought that was a good word, but it doesn't work. Not O. Let's see. How about C-R-U-M-B, crumb? Ah, still no help. Dang it. I shouldn't have guessed that R either. I already knew the R wasn't a word. Okay, so there's no C, there's no B, and there's no U. Okay, so maybe it has an I in it. So like D-R... I-V-E, that could work. Drive. Oh, but the E can't be at the end. No. It can't be drive because the E can't be at the end. So what about... like... That could be. It can be a Y. The E is not at the end. Yes! Oh my gosh, I was so worried about this one. I was thinking, oh my gosh, what else could there be? Nice. Okay, so as you can see, my strategy works pretty dang well, honestly. I'm able to get pretty much every single time on the fourth, not every single time, but most of the time on the fourth guess. Because of my strategy, I come up with a word and then two non-intersecting words. And in this case, I didn't exactly use non-intersecting words because I used that R. I started with the word stale. I like just kind of throwing out a word and seeing what it is, dealing with the consequences. And today was the E, but it wasn't really helpful. There is an E, but somewhere. And then I tried prong, and that gave us the R. Lucky us, it gave us the R. And then I'm trying to come up with other words that don't use any of those 10 letters. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, how about crumb, even though it has an R in it, because I know it's in the correct place. Still no help. And I guess the process of elimination kind of kicks in, like there's only 26 letters. So it's got to be either yes or no to any of these. And then the last one there is just dryer. Man, I was ready to guess 2 more times. I was ready to just totally give up on this. Not give up, but I was like, oh man, I'm so nervous about this one. And we did great. Look, just on that very last guess. On the 4th guess there. That's a steal of a deal right there. Hey, while I'm switching. But if I win, I get $25,000. I get to go to Hawaii for a vacation, and my school gets Bill Nye the Science Guy as an assembly. That sounds amazing to me. So super looking forward to any of that if it happens. I am right now currently 2nd place. Actually, we could check. Am I still 2nd place? So here's the lady that's first in the group. Here, let's go to our group. And there I am, number 2, currently 2nd in the group. It's kind of fun, right? It shows, how the countdown in this one. I showed my, my why. Why am I a teacher? My most memorable teaching experience. What are you going to do with it? Now, when you do vote, you're allowed 1 free vote. Please don't feel like you have to do the donation thing. I'm sure they make boatloads of money. It is going to a good cause, right? The Planetary Society. People have donated. But don't feel like you have to. In fact, I would not. Just use the daily vote. Every 24 hours you get a free vote. This is a great photo that I took a couple of years ago just with my Photography 2 class. This is a photo in a session from my band. So I play in a jazz band, a trio. We used to be a quartet. The bass player had to drop out. But we've been playing for about 2 years now and loving it. It's so fun. And he let's see, so this is just a photo session that we did, super fun photo shoot that we did. This is me in the broadcast studio. So at my school we have a beautiful broadcast studio that I built. It was my COVID project, and I built it over the course of about a month or so. I even have a time lapse on that channel, on that broadcast channel. And somebody did a long exposure. So I'm standing there really still, and then somebody is wiggling lights behind me. It's called a long exposure. Specifically, this one is a light painting. Super fun. All right. And then this one, I just thought this one's funny. This is like my, what do you call this? Like your thumbnail face, right? It's too funny. All right. So again, you can vote right there. The link is on my channel, or there's a link in the description. So anyway, yeah, so that's great. Next one, let's play Strands. Cool. All right, so if you've never played Strands is sort of like a word search, except the word search doesn't just go up and down, left and right. It is all over the place, right? It's like the words can snake around. And the theme is pretty loose. Until you really understand truly what the theme means, then you don't know exactly what you're shooting for. Like today's theme is life is like a box of chocolates. That could mean that it's something about life lessons, or it's something about Forrest Gump, who famously said life is like a box of chocolates. This could be something about chocolate itself. It could be about Valentine's Day, a lot of different avenues. And so I am going to sort of like snake around and see if I can find some letters that make sense together. We have to do this one in 7 words. So there are essentially 6 theme words, and then one called the spangram that truly identifies the theme. And so I like starting in corners, right? Sometimes the corners will give it away, like an ER word or an EE word. Here, that's look at this. TOFFEE, toffee. Yeah, there's one. Okay, it starts coming out. Now we understand sort of so what else are we looking for, right? Maybe truffle. Oh, truffle. Truffle, truffle. It's funny, sometimes as I'm talking through it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, that is a thing. Maybe something chocolate dipped, or like a macaroon. M-A-C-A-R. Affections or something. There it goes. Sorry, I'm dealing with a spotty internet right now, I guess. Okay, let's think. We got two right off the bat. There's truffles, toffees, like cordials. Is cordial in there? Chocolate dipped. Gosh, why can't I think of another like type of chocolate? Life is like a box of chocolates. So the Spangram probably doesn't have the word chocolate in it. It's probably like variety or oh, I know. Almonds. Lemons. Almonds. Okay. Chocolate dipped almonds. So is the Spangram. Here it is. Fillings. Fillings. Yep, that's it. Fillings. So you can fill a chocolate with almonds. You can have a chocolate dipped truffle or toffee on the inside. So what else can we put into a chocolate? Liqueur. I spelled it right. Oh, that first guess, I spelled it right. That's amazing. How did that happen? How on earth did I spell liqueur right? Total guess. Okay, and then there's two left. 5 out of 7. So that's got to be like here and here. Oh, for sure, caramel. Great. Oh, and nougat. N-O-U-G-A-T? Nougat. Nice. Okay. Hey, good one. Good one, good one. Okay. Life is like a box of chocolates, says famously Forrest Gump said that. Life is like a box of chocolates. So the theme, true theme, is the fillings, right? We call that the Spangram, that yellow one. These are different chocolate fillings. You can fill a chocolate with almonds or truffle or, let's see, chocolate toffee, caramel on the inside. Oh, I love a good caramel. Or nougat. Oh, what's the one with caramel and nougat? Is that... So the Three Musketeers is just nougat, right? What's the one that has... Yeah, caramel. I know, right? John, you're like screaming the answer at me. I love it. I should have been looking at the chat. That would have given it away for sure. What is the chocolate bar with both caramel and nougat? Oh, Mars bar. Yeah. I haven't had a Mars bar in a long time. Apparently Great Value has a Mars bar, caramel and nougat bar. And then Unreal. Oh, have you guys had Unreal bars? They have them at Costco. Oh gosh, they're so good. There's an almond one that's amazing. Yeah, oh my gosh. Now I'm getting hungry. Oh, I've been trying to watch what I eat lately, but to some success. I actually have lost a few pounds actually, so I've been trying to watch what I eat lately. But man, talking about chocolate, now I'm gonna want some chocolate. I'm going to the store later, so I might get some chocolate. I don't know. I'll be strong, guys. I'll be strong. Oh, that's too funny. All right, and nice. So the next one we're gonna play, if you've never played it, it's so fun. Is the letterboxed. Letterboxed. Okay, so if you've never played letterbox before, there are 12 letters all arranged in a square, and it is our job to make words with them by spanning across, so that those words, so it makes words, right? And it can start to be pretty tricky, right? Because there's a limited amount of letters and stuff, and only so many words you can make, right? This one, it says we have to solve in 6 words, which typically means there's more words, so we have to maybe use some more challenging letters. Sometimes you get lucky and you can, solve the whole thing in, 2 words. A couple days ago, I solved it in 2 words. I even took a screenshot of it. But so solving today in 6 words. If you only have to do it in like 4 words, maybe it's just easy letters, right? So you have to make bigger words. But today it might be a little challenging because I see a Q and I see a Y. I see a J too. Okay, let's familiarize ourselves with the puzzle a little bit. See if we can put this one together. There's a Q, an O, and an L, and then a B, and an A, and a U, and then a Y, and I, M. E, J, and R. Man, these are going to be tough. All right. So I think the tough letters, of course, are going to be the Q, but there luckily is a Q, U. And then we don't have an E. Oh, we do have an E. Okay. But the E and the R are on the same side. Shoot. Okay. ER. So we can't do ER words. Can't do MY words. We could do LY. LY is okay. There's no N and there's no G, so I can't do ING words. Bramble, that's a good word. And that leaves us off on the E, so the second word has to start with the last letter of the first word. Oh, QU and then an A. Dang. EQU is like equal, but it's also like equus, like horse related, equine. But I was going to say equal, but the U and the A are on the same side. Okay, that one might be a little tricky. Maybe we shouldn't get rid of the Q quite yet. ELI. No, there's no N. I was thinking eloquent. What about like a QUE word? What's a word that ends in QUE? Let's remember the word bramble. We might just have to come back to this one. Here, restart. Bramble. Even better if we can end on a B, right? What are even words that we could use the Oh, I can't do ER. Dang it. I was going to say lacquer. Lacquer's a great word. How about liquor? That's a good word. Liquor, bad thing, good word. Is that a word? Hold on. Liquor. Remember liquor. Mayoral. Oh, mayoral. That's a word. Mayoral, which leads us to liquor. LIQUOR. Okay, and then the R. How about robe? Oh gosh, what was the word that we came up with before? It started with an E, didn't it? Maybe not. Gosh, we just need to get rid of this J. Okay, you know what? Here's what we do. I'm going to say jam, but we have to put it at the beginning. So jam, mayoral, liquor, robe. Okay, jam. That's it. And then mayoral. And then LIQUOR. And then that led us to robe. ROBE. There it is. Woo! Okay. Yeah. Good. We're thinking on the same page here, Jelly. Nice. Jelly and jam. Look at that. Jelly comes up with a word like jam. I love it. Awesome. Okay. Super good. Hey, while I've got you here, I want to So here, this is a quick little like snippet of it. This is what it takes you to, and then you scroll right here to vote. You have to authorize like a Facebook account. You just have to basically verify that you're a real human being. You're not a bot, voting. If I win, I get America's Favorite Teacher for a year. I appear in Reader's Digest. And minor detail, I get $25,000, a trip to Hawaii, which sounds amazing. And also Bill Nye the Science Guy comes to my school to give a presentation, to give an assembly, which sounds amazing. This is only the first round. We're only in the first round right now. But as it stands right now, I'm number 2. A couple of great teachers all around me. I've been reading some of their bios and stuff, but specifically this one, right? I'm number 2. And I would love to make it number one. I was number one when it first started. I had a leg up on all the competition. And then actually that other girl, Elizabeth, was number 3. And then number 1 just barely came out. It's Kiki. It seems like a super, super fun teacher. I would have loved having an elementary teacher. It was super memorable like her. But yeah, if you haven't yet, I would love for you to go on there. Voting and stuff. So if you haven't yet, it's in the pinned comment right there. And could be a cool opportunity for my school, for me. They ask you, like, what are you going to do with the money if you win? Some people, were very, outgoing and stuff, and they said, oh, I would totally, use this for my my classroom and my, all these different altruistic things for their community and stuff. And I'm like, you know what I really need? I need a new car. My minivan for my kids is just falling apart. And so what would I do? I would buy probably like a Toyota Highlander or something. Like I am ready for a new vehicle, something new. I joke with my kids at the school, like the car was made before they were even born, which means it's an old car, right? It's overstayed its welcome. It's a good car. It still holds out, but I get a little nervous when I make turns because it makes this awful click sound. And I'm like, oh, please, can I win this so I can have a decent running car for something reliable for my children. All right, let's go over what we did today because we did some pretty fun things. How do you say many in different languages? In the connections is beaucoup in French, molto, I believe, in Italian, mucho in Spanish, and multi, or is multi maybe the Italian? Oh, good question. I don't know. And then in Portuguese, it's muito obrigado, muito prazer. And then, let's see, enthusiasm. That was a fun one. The gusto or passion or relish or zest for life. Enthusiasm. I have a lot of enthusiasm for this voting thing that's happening right here. Rectangular prisms. Basically, they just wanted rectangular things. A brick, a fish tank, a microwave, a shoebox. Sometimes with these puzzles, just don't overthink it. Totally don't overthink it. And then these are where I would not have gotten this myself. Words that rhyme with U.S. coins. Jenny, penny, lime, dime, mortar, quarter, pickle, nickel. That's a stretch. That's a tough one. All right. I love these. Love doing the mini crossword. If you ever get the chance, do the mini crossword. It's a real fun treat. And they're very doable too. Sometimes you do that full crossword and you're working on it for an hour and a half, right? This one, we're done in 2 minutes or less. Super doable, very fun. Words that can follow belly of the or nature of the, belly of the beast, nature of the beast. Coffee order with a frothy top is a latte. Ann Blank, Michigan. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Night lights. I love that. Whenever there's a question mark, it's like, this answer is a stretch, right? Night lights, stars, just stars. Sometimes it's like a silly answer. Don't overthink this one. You might have a lot of it on your hands if you're a chef. I love this word play here. You've heard the phrase, a lot of time on your hands, T-I-M-E. But if you're a chef, you might have some time, T-H-Y-M-E, on your hands. I love that. Oh, these people that write these puzzles are just so clever. Imagine if that was your job. You sit at the New York Times all day and just laugh, just create these goofy, funny puzzles. So good. Really fun time. A blast. Man, we had a really fun time. We had a blast. That's one of my words that I say all the time. And I had a blast. Our world, of course, this is the planet Earth. Held in check, at bay. Subject of a winter weather warning, storm. Abruptly worded, terse. Someone that's angry with you might write a terse email. All right, and then we did great. We actually did surprisingly well on the Wordle today. I promise I don't cheat. I don't look at like kids doing their puzzles or anything. It's funny. Sometimes kids will do puzzles, and as I'm like teaching, I'm walking by, and I'll go, whoa, because I don't want to see I don't even want to see their guesses or anything. Don't even give away answers or anything. So I'm very careful to not look at anybody do the Wordle. I even cover the chat. So sorry I went dark during the chat during the Wordle, because I literally just wanted to kind of struggle through it myself. That's sort of what I love to do. I first come up with a word. I came up with the word stale. And then after the word stale, which gave us the E, I came up with a non-intersecting word. Oh, yeah, terse. Terse is like very like frontal with someone. If you're very like angry and you just like give short answers because you're frustrated, that's terse. I know some terse people. I'm like, lighten up, man. Somebody that's terse needs to just lighten up. Prong, right? So you plug an outlet into a wall and it has prongs. And that gave us the R, but no other help. And then I was just racking my brain trying to come up with another third non-intersecting word. And I came up with crumb. I was just having a hard time putting another word in there. So I came up with crumb, even though crumb has, it has an R in it, so it's not technically a non-intersecting word, but at least the R was in the right place, and still no help. But now we've got, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 letters to our name. We can see what we haven't guessed, process of elimination. Now I've got a bunch of letters that still could be guessed. And so out of nowhere, literally out of left field, I'm like, okay, well, what if we put a D? I don't know why. I was just feeling like a D might be like DR, because I didn't see others like a KR, IR, like, I don't know. It's not as likely. WR. I suppose it could have been WR, like right or something. And then I'm just kind of rearranging letters. It needed an E, so it's either like DRE something, like dream, but M wasn't in there. And then I came up with dryer. Right now I am currently in the process of cleaning my dryer vent. And it's a process. In our tiny little laundry room, you have to take everything out of the laundry room to get to the pipe to clean it. It's agonizing. So we always put off doing it. But once we do it again, it's like, oh, okay, finally, it's this clean vent. We're not going to burn our house down with this, lint flying through our house. So I'm in the process right now I'm sort of dreading it, but we're in the process of clearing everything out of the laundry room so that we can clean out the dryer vent. It needs to be done. I don't know if you know that, but it needs to be done usually every 6 months. If you start to smell burning, it's probably already too late and you should have done it months ago. But really, your dryer vent should be cleaned out literally every, I think they say every 6 months, but at least once a year. Once it starts getting warm, just go in there, maybe even hire somebody to do it. And they have this big, long brush, and it spins and spins and spins. And the brush cleans out the exterior. And then with a vacuum, they got this special attachment for a vacuum. And as it spins, it sucks up all the dust bunnies, the lint. It's good to do. So if you haven't done it, this is my imploring to you that you do your dryer vent. So that you don't burn your house down. Yeah, it's super annoying that I have to literally pull. There's like the washer and the dryer. The washer can stay where it is, but the dryer has to come out so I can get to the hose. But then also I have like these like wire shelving units, and I have to take out the wire shelving to get to the hose. It's to the thing that goes up through the wall. It's annoying. But it's got to be done, or else you run the risk of burning your house down, which sounds terrible. Oh, my poor neighbor. Maybe 20 houses down. their house caught fire, and they were in the process of like refurbishing it, building this brand. I mean, the house was already built, but it needed a lot of updates, and they had already put, I mean, thousands of dollars of updates. And then at 3 a.m, like literally 4 nights ago, the house burned to the ground. Like there are bricks left, and that's it. Like all the wood is burned up. All of the plastic molding and stuff melted. Bushes are gone. It breaks my heart. It was not having to do with the dryer vent. It was it could have been like an electrical contractor, or maybe rags with oily turpentine on them or something that spontaneously combusted. Who knows? I have no idea what it could have been, but it just breaks my heart. She was like hoping for a brand new start and stuff, and she still owns the house, and she's working with insurance and stuff, but my heart goes out to her. I feel terrible that something so promising, something so hopeful, and it just got dashed to pieces. It's a friend. We know this friend, and she was going to move back into our neighborhood. And the dang house burned down. Just breaks my heart. Some days are aces, some days are faces, some days are 2s and 3s. So whenever you get those ones, those good days, cherish them, love them. All right. So today in the strands, if you haven't ever done the strands, by the way, do you know that phrase? That was from Ben Queller. He's got a song called "Fight, Fight, Fight, Fight with All Your Might." It's almost kind of this funny little like indie folk tune hoedown kind of sound, but it has there's a nugget of truth in it. Some days are aces, some days are faces, and some days are 2s and 3s. Talking about life as if it was a hand of poker, right? You get dealt. You just have to play the cards you're dealt, and some days you get really good cards, and some days you don't. All right, so today's strands puzzle, life is like a box of chocolates, and I thought, what is this about? Is this about chocolate? Is this about life lessons? Is this about Forrest Gump, who famously said life is like a box of chocolates? And lucky us, look at that. It is about fillings. You can see in the puzzle right there. Yeah. Oh, you know what? So it's a great question. Are you okay? Are they okay? Maybe I should have mentioned that part. They were not actually living in the house. They were having it refurbished so that they could move in. Luckily, none of their stuff was at the house. It was literally just an empty house, which makes me feel like, it was probably like an electrical fire that, some contractor drilled a nail or drilled a screw right through a main wire or something, But they're totally fine. It happened at like 3 a.m, and she is living at her mom's house right now with 2 kids. And luckily they were not at the house, right? They were asleep on the other side of town. And a couple of other friends of mine were awoken to the, strong burning smell and the, flames when they looked out the window and stuff. Just scary situation. But no, they're doing totally fine. I know that's a scary one, but albeit, maybe financially they're not doing as well because they're, out all this. I mean, they had trim work done. They had siding put up. They had, fixed it. They had a contractor just that very day. I remember we were walking our dog, and there was a contractor there working on the front door, making a beautiful, just absolutely gorgeous front door with 2 windows on each, a window on each side. But it just breaks my heart. So we're all rallying around. Isn't that good to have just really good friends all around you? I hope that each one of you have a really good base, a really good, just people that love you surrounding you. Because that's community, right? That's love. Maybe it's a religious community or a just neighborhood that really, rallies around each other. Every year, my little area, we have a block party, right? In fact, multiple block parties. It's just good to be together. I think, since COVID, we all kind of hunkered down and we lost some of that, but you got to bring it back. You got to be that catalyst that brings back the connectedness. You know, you can't expect somebody else to do it because they might not. You know, invite somebody over and do things for other people. I've been thinking about that kind of thing lately. So different fillings of chocolates, you know. So there's caramel. Thanks for pointing that one out. I don't know why I didn't see that in the top left corner. I was just looking in other places. Almonds, truffle, toffee, liqueur. It's funny that liqueur has 2 U's in it like that. And nougat. And I couldn't remember which bar had both caramel and nougat. Because I know a Snickers bar has caramel and nougat, but it also has peanuts. But what if you don't want the peanuts? And that is the Mars bar. So it's funny if you get different like combinations of different, you get just nougat. Well, that's the Three Musketeers. You get just caramel, and that's, like there's different arrangements of fillings for different deliciousness. All right. So today the letterbox, we had to do the letterboxed in 6. There, I realized that it gets covered up right there. You have to do it in 6. And let's see. We did it in 4. We did it just awesome in 4. Yeah. Oh, totally. Right. I feel like having the title of maybe, America's favorite teacher, you have a little bit more prominence. Maybe I could do something to help them out. Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. So, just our last puzzle that we did, right? We played, we actually kind of played it backwards. We started with the word liquor, and the R led us to robe. And then, so I started backwards. I was like, all right, well, what about something that ends in L? Oh, mayoral, right? A mayoral candidate, someone that's running for mayor. And then I thought, okay, all I need is the J. All of those letters, I got everything except for the J. So I kind of backwards, what do you call that? Like backwards compatible, figured out what I needed. And I just came up with jam. So I erased the entire puzzle, and I started with jam. And then from jam was mayoral, and then L led us to liquor, and then R led us to robe. Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. All right. Well, hug those that you love, right? Life is fragile, life is short, and hopefully we enjoy it along the way. And it's not about what you succeed in, but it's definitely about it's about the people you love, right? The connections you make. So yeah, you guys are awesome. Connections puzzle, right? Like, how are things connected? That's not necessarily word based. And then the mini crossword, I think it's a lot more doable than just simply the full crossword puzzle. And then the Wordle's so fun. Coming up with that. Strands. And then letterbox. Honestly, letterbox is a little more sophisticated, It's one of those ones that you really have to kind of put the pieces together. But Yeah, it's a great. So I'll leave you with this. Here, let's go this one. You can see that countdown going by. You have 9 days for this top 20, right? So they're going to pick the top 20 teachers out of all different categories. I would assume that there are 20 different groups. And my group, you can see right there, my group is quite a few strong. I think there's 85. I counted it. There's 85 different teachers. I mean, just amazing teachers, right? I've been clicking on some of them, reading their bios and figuring out, who they are and what they stand for. Just really amazing. The lady in the lead right now is just a really fun elementary school teacher. And then the one that was first place and now is third place is an art teacher. Just, it's really cool. I'm an art teacher too. I just really enjoy this. We're having lots of fun. So.